I'm Angela Stribling. You're watching HUR at Home. Our special guest tonight is Candiace Bassett, and I know this is going to work this. I refuse to be conquered. We waited a long time to have her on the show, and here she is, looking gorgeous.
How are you?
I'm better now. I was getting a little nervous.
I know. It's always a gamble because, like,
it's always a
works,
gamble.
sometimes it doesn't. Yes.
Yes, but you know what I found with Instagram? Sometimes when you just stop it and start it back over, then it works.
I've been
Look
doing that a
how
lot.
gorgeous you are.
Thank you. I love your hair. I never think I've seen it in this curly state.
I usually get it blow dried, and there's no dry bar is not open, and I certainly can't do it myself. I know, that's gorgeous.
Hence the braids.
Wow.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Candiace Dillard Bassett. How are you doing in this pandemic?
Oh, I'm managing. So because we are HUR at home, I'm in my room, I'm in my bathrobe. I have my tea. So I
love it. Okay, now I'm with you. I get my water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
I started to make some tea, but then I was like, well, I need to get my water drinking up.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's very important.
Yeah, right? It's important to stay hydrated.
Yes.
There's so many things I want to talk to you about. Congratulations on just so many wonderful things that are happening in your life.
Thank you. It's very exciting. It's humbling and very exciting at the same time.
Humbling and exciting.
Yes. Yeah.
Why humbling?
Just
What's
because,
humbling?
I'm an ambitious woman, as are you, as are a lot of people. And when you are ambitious, you set goals for yourself. And you think that you'll accomplish them, and you pray about them, and you put them out there in the universe.
Yeah.
But then when things happen, it's like, wait, now I have to actually rise to the occasion and be a steward of the things that the Lord has given me. So it's just humbling to get what I've asked for and receive what I've been working for as far as my single and a lot of other projects that I'm working on. So it's just kind of a pinch me moment that I have a lot of the time, like, wow, things are moving, and they're moving in a positive way, and it's exciting. It's really exciting.
That is very exciting. Congratulations. Yeah. And speaking of that single, oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I was listening just to the lyrics. What a beautiful love song.
Thank you.
I see you. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see you. Yes. So I wrote it for my husband originally. So I was going to
ask you that. Was that for Chris?
Yes. Yeah. Well, of course. It started out as a true love ballad. I wrote it for him for our wedding. I knew I wanted to perform a song for him when we got married, and I worked with an amazing team of people to kind of write the song and then get it produced. Aaron Harden of Grooveworks Productions produced the original, and I had a great co-writer named Vita Wisnat who helped me write the song, and a good friend of mine, Clifton Ross III, who is he was the director of the Howard Gospel Choir, a dear friend of mine, also helped produce on the original song. And I knew that I wanted to have an R&B love ballad, and that's what it turned out to be. So those lyrics are truly my words to my husband.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit later on, we can get you to sing it a little bit.
I can do a little. Yeah. No. Okay. I brought my microphone.
You're ready. Okay. So not yet. Not yet. We want to, make sure everybody sticks around for that.
Yes. Yes.
But for now, we've got a lot of WHUR family on this thread too, so I want to give them all a shout out. We couldn't wait to have you on here tonight. And this is my first time meeting you. I actually saw you right before you joined the cast, and I believe it was at a Giselle Bryant. She was launching her makeup line.
Yes.
Remember that? It was kind of in a big warehouse kind of
big
thing.
Warehouse space. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, I saw you there. Like everybody was whispering, she's the new cast member. So you've come a long way from there. How is it being on Real Housewives of Potomac? How are you enjoying it?
Well, that time seems so long ago now.
It was.
Was it 2 years?
It really seems like eons ago. This is my third season, right?
So that was 2 years ago, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, that seems so long ago. It's been a journey. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, as I'm sure you all have seen as you've kept up with us. But overall,
every Sunday.
And we thank you. That's why we're doing as well as we are. Yes, we need our viewers. But it's been a roller coaster, but overall it's been fun. And that's what my husband and I said when we first decided to sign on to do the show, is that this needs to be a platform for us to push our initiatives, our endeavors, our businesses, the things that we want to accomplish. But it also needs to be something that we enjoy and that is fun for us and that we use as a platform to do whatever it is that we're trying to do in life. So, so far, this season kind of tested that a lot of bit, but so far, I'm still having fun.
Okay, now when you say this season, you mean this past season or what's coming up?
What's coming up. So season 5, that was postponed. We're supposed to air tomorrow, but we were pushed back to the summer, and I know everybody is really upset about that, but we will be airing.
A little bit. We've been like gearing up, planning our Sundays, like okay, Real Housewives Sunday.
Yes. It's a rite of passage. You come in every Sunday, you sit, you have your popcorn, your wine,
whatever.
Take in the sights on the show. And so so it's disappointing, but we will be back this summer. It's not that long, and it's going to be worth the wait. I promise you that.
It looks like it. So we've seen a little bit in the news. I don't know how much you can talk about. But, I think it was a situation with you and Monique.
Yes.
Have you guys resolved any issues, or have you talked to her, or how much can you talk about that?
I cannot say a whole lot about that. The network will be on the phone quickly. And Nope. But what I can say is that I'm excited for everyone to see the truth and to see the facts and for everything to be laid out without bells or whistles, just plain old facts laid out on the slab for you to take in and decide for yourselves what is right and what's wrong.
Okay, I like that. Facts are good. And Candiace, I don't know you yet. Well, show. You're just so free and fun, and you seem to really enjoy life. Although right now it looks like we're buffering a little bit. I think you're frozen. I don't know if you can hear me. That's okay.
My Wi-Fi was wonky, so I missed some of what you said.
Wonky Wi-Fi is never good.
Quarantine.
But we're back. I mean, mine was probably a little wonky in the beginning, so I can't even complain. But when you do something like a reality show, I mean, things do come out, and the drama is what kind of makes the thing work. I mean, people, if you're being nice to each other all the time, that could be a little bit boring.
Nobody wants to watch everybody be
Nobody would
nice,
watch.
Angela. I mean,
no. I mean, in fact, we had a reality show. I think it was the Real Housewives of DC. Yeah. And they're nice women, but it was just a little too nice.
I remember them having their fair share of drama, but
it wasn't enough, I guess.
I don't think it was enough. And there were a lot of factors that went into, I think, why they eventually didn't make it to the next season. There was that big scandal with the White House crasher. I think that also played a part.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
So
but that being said, when you're on a reality show and so much of your personal life is just out there, I mean, we know so much about you, your beautiful house. We know what the inside of it looks like. Well, now you know what a part of mine looks like too. So we're fair.
Yes.
We're even.
Yes. We're even there.
We're even there. But there's a lot of your life that is just out there for people to, criticize as they will.
Yes,
and they do. And they do. I know. I could just imagine what your posts, the comment section is probably bananas.
It's insane. You have to turn it off and
don't even look at it. You can't.
Yeah.
But do you have any regrets from being on a show like this?
You know what? I'm asked this question a lot, and I always think about it before I answer in case the answer is different. And my answer is no. I do not regret anything from the show, even the most heinous and the most tumultuous, contentious moments. I don't regret them because, number one, you sign up for the unknown. And, you know, if you're smart, when you come into a reality situation, you know you're signing up for whatever is going to happen within reason. So I came in with no expectations, and, you know, I would definitely venture to say that the good and the success from the show is outweighed the bad.
That's beautiful.
Take it all in stride and really keep it in perspective. And that can be difficult. And it's harder for some of us than others to kind of keep things in perspective and not allow the reality show of reality to consume you. And because I've been able to do that, I can honestly say that everything that's happened, it happened. I'm still here. I may have, you know, a few bruises, but I'm still kicking.
And growing in the process.
And growing.
Because you know what, as women, typically when we're upset with each other, we're done. It's like, you know what, your emotions are all, you know, you're all in your feelings. And you're like, you know what, I don't ever need to see you again.
Oh, yes.
But you don't have that luxury.
Well,
no,
because we work together, and we are absolutely a dynamic group of Black women. And you know, when Black women get together, the energy is just flowing. It's a different kind of energy when you get a group of dynamic Black women in the same room. And it's no different for us. And we all come from incredible backgrounds. We are all intelligent. People comment more often than I would think at how smart we are, which I think is, it's like, okay, well, duh, what were you expecting?
Right, exactly.
Okay. But it's, you know, that's something that people notice. And when you get a group of dynamic, smart women together, it can be explosive, and it often is. And you kind of have to, you know, figure out how to move through that and how to move forward, because there are times when in an ordinary world, if I went through some of the things I've gone through on this show with some of these women, I would say, peace out.
Done.
I'm
That's
done
right.
with you. Like,
exactly.
But,
however, that's what causes you to grow. Just like, you know, people who are in relationships.
Yes.
You're in that to grow.
Oh, yeah.
Yet when you're by yourself, I mean, you know, you be how you are, and it's all good.
Right.
You don't have anybody to challenge you ever.
Correct.
So, you know, being in a marriage, being in a relationship, you know, in friendships. Yep. So, which brings me to my next question, Mrs. Candiace. Here you are, quarantined with your new hubby.
My hubby.
Aww. So how is that going? I mean, you know, you're like under each other all day, every day.
Yeah.
Is that good?
So we actually have been great. We actually just did a marriage Zoom call conference with 3 other couples to kind of talk through how we are navigating quarantine as a married couple. And Chris and myself were the newest in the marriage club. So we've been married the least.
So it's like a therapy group, or it's just a group of couples?
No, it was just a group. So it was myself, DJ Quicksilva and his wife, and 2 other couples, a political couple, and then like a DC socialite couple. They're very family. Yes. So, and we did a live Zoom, and we invited people to jump on, and there were a lot of people on, and they were, you know, commenting, and they were asking questions, and it was just nice to kind of fellowship with other married couples. And, you know, there was a couple that was on that had been married for, I think, 25, 30 years. And then you have Chris and myself who've been married for almost 2 years. So it's nice.
Has it been 2 years?
Almost two.
Yay. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, and we still like each other, Angela.
This is good. This is a good thing.
That's very important to both of us. So we've been doing just fine. We know how to give each other space, and I think that's important in any relationship, but in a marriage especially, is knowing when to give each other space and when to separate. So I'm a night owl. He's a morning person. So he'll get up, go downstairs, do whatever. I stay up.
A little something.
We meet on the main level and have lunch or, you know, whatever. And then we'll start drinking wine by at least 4:30. And everything is great.
That works.
Yeah.
I love it. so many things that I guess a lot of people do know about you, but maybe some things they don't. You're an actress as well.
I am.
And you've got something, while we're all Netflix and chilling, we might see
Right?
you pop up.
Yeah, well, yes, not at this moment, but soon. I'm
Coming
hoping
soon?
by the fall. I'm hoping by the fall.
So tell us about this. It's Tia Mowry?
Yes, so it's a show on Netflix called Family Reunion, and it stars Tia Mowry. Everybody knows Ms. Loretta Devine. Everybody also knows Mr. Richard Roundtree, and they are sort of the headliners of the show. I filmed for their second season, and I love this show for several reasons. One, because of the writers. They have amazing Black writers, many of them women, who really crank out the storylines you see on the show. And I love it because it's such a relatable show that's funny. It's a comedy, but it also speaks to issues that are important that are happening in the Black community. Okay. So my role, I don't want to can't talk too much about it yet, but I have always seen myself as a dramatic actor. Go figure, right? The drama of it all. So this was weird for me to have to think about myself as having to be funny or be in a comedy, and I was nervous about that. And when we went and did the table read, the entire cast is at the table, and they have all the producers and everybody's sitting in the same room. And as we're reading, everybody reacts naturally to the table read. And I got such a positive response. People were cracking up at me just reading my lines, cold from the script. And it kind of relaxed me and brought the walls down. So by the time we got to actual production, I was like, okay, I can do this. Yes. And it's going to be fine. And it was so much fun. It was the most fun I've ever had on any set. It's a party. And it's just crazy to be on a set with so many people that look like me, that are running the show. They are in positions of power and getting it done. There were several, I'm not Greek, but my family is Greek. So several members of Greek letter organizations, and they would be throwing up their signs and doing their calls. And it was just like being on an HBCU campus or something. It was so. Which
you graduated from one.
Yes,
You're a Howard grad.
I am.
Yes, you are. Oh, that's beautiful. We love you too.
Grad. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's beautiful. So you've got a lot of things going on, perhaps life after Real Housewives of Potomac. Maybe acting is going to be your thing, sure. Acting and singing?
For sure. I am. That was one of the platforms that I wanted to explore more deeply because I was acting before the show. So what this show has done for me is giving me a bigger platform to talk about the things that I love to do, the things that I want to pursue. And for sure, acting will be in my future. I'm putting it out into the universe. Yes.
Yeah, good girl. So. All right, I want to get to your music, but before that, you're an entrepreneur as well.
I am.
Tell me about Prima. Was it
Prima
Hair
Collection?
Yes.
Yes. So I started Prima Hair Collection with my mom, and everybody knows Mama Dorothy from the show, and my little sister Crystal. When I gave up my title of Miss United States in 2013, I had just amassed such a wealth of knowledge about the beauty industry, hair and makeup and lashes and all the things. And as a woman of color competing in pageantry, you have to, at the time, I had to kind of scour the earth to really find good quality hair extensions that matched my texture. Okay. And in that search, I kind of became a miniature expert. I could pick out, any type of hair. I was helping my friends pick out their hair extensions. Wow. And it was actually my mother's idea, because my sister and I are always kind of teasing her about making sure that she's styled to perfection. And she was like, well, since you all know so much about hair extensions, you need to start your own business. So she was the first person to put that out there and to support myself and my sister and I in starting our business. And we're going on 5 years now, I think, and we're introducing a new texture, which is called the Catalina Brazilian Kinky Curly Texture. And we're really excited about that.
That'd be like Angela Stribling hair?
It's very close to Angela gorgeous, luscious locks.
Oh, thank you.
And it's what a lot of people have been asking for, is that big, beautiful, natural curl that so many women of color have naturally, and just celebrating our own natural texture. It's big, it's luscious, and it's really for, you know, the risk taker and the very the boisterous woman that wants to be big and show herself off and have a personality.
I love that. I love it. You're getting an awful lot of compliments in the comments, by the way.
I am?
And a lot of people love your braids. I love them too. Now, is this Prima?
No, so this is beauty supply store.
Okay.
So this
do what you gotta do.
Actually, for anyone who is local to the DMV, the woman who braided my hair, her name is Felicia, and her Instagram is Styles by Felicia. You can find her on Instagram. She did an amazing job. I've had these in for longer than I care to admit.
Really? They look
I've had
fresh.
them touched up just once around the perimeter, but they are a godsend right now. I got them done right before the world shut down, and then I got them touched up as soon as things were starting to shut down for real. And I'm so grateful for these braids, because if I had to do my hair, I would be in shambles. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, and I really appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And so we talked a little bit at the top of this conversation about this beautiful song of yours, I See You. And you wrote this song for Chris.
I did, yes.
So do you want to just set it up, tell us a little bit about the song, and then sing it whenever you're ready?
Yeah, so I like I said, I wrote it originally for my husband, but because it is a love song, and I always knew I wanted to write or perform a go-go song. It was actually Chucky Thompson who produced this record. Chucky is amazing.
Amazing.
And if you know any of Mary J. Blige's My Life album, you know, anything from, he's done a lot of work with Faith Evans, with Usher, with Biggie, Nas, like legends. He was with Bad Boy. So if you know anything from Bad Boy, he's had a hand in the early 90s in those songs that are like kind of the soundtracks of a lot of our lives today.
Oh, yeah. And he's right here in the DMV. How did you guys get together?
Actually, I have to say this too. Shout out to everyone at HUR. You all are always family, because you were the first ones to support my song and to play my song.
I think it was DJ Iron.
DJ Iron,
yes,
was the one who was really advocating and pushing for Chucky and I to meet. And he facilitated that entire meeting.
That's wonderful.
And he has been, to this day, he's so supportive. He pushes all of us. He kind of makes sure that we're, that our meetings are happening, that we're working on the next things, where we have more stuff that we're working on when we can get out of quarantine, coming, hopefully sometime this year.
That's
but
fantastic.
Iron is incredible. Easy Street has been a supporter, and I'm just so grateful to my because like I said, I grew up and I became a woman in DC in the School of Communications, and it's just so ironic that the first station to support me is the station that was right next to the school where I was educated.
That's perfect.
And it's just, it all is like a full circle moment.
Your family, Howard University Radio.
Yes.
It's family.
Yeah. So this is a love song to my husband, but it's also now become my love song to DC, and sort of my way to say thank you to DC for raising me, because I'm from a small town in Georgia. I was a Southern girl. I've always been feisty, but I was shy, and I was not who I am today. And I absolutely credit DC for helping me to grow into who I am, and to, help me figure out how to be who I want to be, and to be scrappy and savvy, and to go after what I want. So this was kind of my way of saying to DC, I see you, and I thank you for being what you have been for me.
How beautiful.
Yeah.
How beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Candiace Dillard Bassett and her new song, I See You.
So I'm just gonna give you just a little tiny bit.
You can go as long as you want.
With my microphone.
I think you should sing the whole doggone song.
Okay, here we go. In a world where love's taken for granted, and its beauty is pushed aside. A world where people would rather be distant than come together and compromise. In a world where fears try to consume you and little petty things get in the way. One thing's clear, one thing's true. Through it all, I see you. I used to think that love was a fairy tale, yeah. A fantasy safe for only few. Then God showed me you. Now I know his love for me is unconditional. 'Cause loving you is a gift, a journey I am ready to start. Trust me with your heart as I give you mine. Oh, baby.
Oh, what? Oh, my goodness. I need an audience in here clapping. I'm sure everybody is clapping at home. This was a cappella. That is real singing right there.
Thank you.
No auto-tune, not being drowned out by anybody. Girl, that is a beautiful song.
Thank you so much. I really
Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep
Oh, you're going to make me give me
singing.
chills. Thank you.
I've got chills. My gosh.
Thank
You're
you
getting the
so
hearts up there. If I could put hearts up there, I'd do it myself.
Oh,
That
hi.
was gorgeous.
Hi, Jarrell. My friend Jarrell is on.
Oh, and a lot of people are saying, come through voice. Yes.
Thank you. Oh, Boss
Gorgeous. You got
Uno.
Kokalani. Hey,
Featured on the
Kokalani.
song. Uno's on the line.
Nice.
Yes.
Our program director, Al Payne, he was like,
Hi,
yes.
Yes. Thank
Everybody.
you guys so much. Thank you.
Candice, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
I'm
this was
excited
fun.
really excited about the new season of Real Housewives of Potomac,
Season
all
5.
the things that you've got coming up.
Yes.
So we're going to see you on Netflix. You said maybe it's coming on in the fall.
Yes, so they were in the middle of production, and of course they had to shut everything down in LA.
Right.
So as soon as they can ramp up production again is when I'm sure they'll be able to finish the season. And because it's Netflix, Netflix actually translates all of their shows into like 25 different languages so that they
Really?
can,
Oh,
yes.
that's
So that's what
smart.
took some time for them to actually get it out and get it ready to be released. So hopefully in the fall, but you know, I'll be posting it all over my social media as soon as it's
We'll
out.
be checking. I'm
So-
following you now, so I'll
Yes,
definitely
yes,
keep
same.
up with you.
Yes.
And so we've got this, and this song is already dropped, but is
Yes.
there another single? You're working on something else?
So I'm working on an EP. We're in the very beginning stages. I recorded part of one song down in Atlanta. Boss of the Beat, Uno, who is on the live, is an amazing producer, an amazing writer, an amazing musician. We are working together to write some new stuff. And I'm working with a few other producers that are giving me some stuff that I can listen to. And the goal is to have an EP by the end of 2020, early 2021. That's the goal.
You've
So
got a lot of work.
yeah.
Lot
And we're
coming up.
also working on a video for this song for the
Good.
with
And
Big.
that's shot here in DC.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah,
my
it has to
big.
be quintessential DC, you know, and we have to try to shoot some stuff on or around Howard's campus because that's my true introduction to DC. But we'll see, because you know Howard is they're very strict about how you film on their campus. But hopefully we can get on campus and film some stuff there. But definitely in the city we will be shooting a video as soon as the world allows us.
Opens back up.
Yeah.
Candice, okay, tell everyone who isn't following you how they can on Instagram.
Yes, so my Instagram is CandyGal09, CandeeGal09. I'm on Twitter at CandyGal, so just no 09 on the end. You can also catch up with me on my website. It's just my name, CandiaceDillard.com.
Okay.
I'm currently selling some I Came From Jesus merchandise on my website.
That's your line.
That was my signature line
Yes.
from my inaugural season. So I have some tumblers and some travel mugs there if you wanted to check those out.
That's good.
And I'm always on Twitter, you know, fussing and carrying on, and on Instagram posting about whatever. So if you see me, say hello. I love interacting with our followers and our fans.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Keep the music coming. I assume when they go to your website, they can get your music as well?
Yes, they can. And you can also get it on all streaming platforms. So it's available on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, everywhere that you get music, it's there.
I love it. Before we let you go, any inspirational words you want to give to your fans, our listeners who are just at home, getting through this whole quarantine? What do you want to leave us with?
Yeah, and I like to be transparent. I'm also, especially today, I had like a serious moment of, oh my gosh, this is getting really intense. I'm having anxiety about it. And I know that a lot of you at home are having anxiety. You're getting antsy. You don't want to stay at home. You're worried about your jobs and how you're going to pay your mortgages and all of that. And I don't like to impress my faith onto people, but we have to remember that God is in control, and or whomever you pray to, you have to lean on a higher power at a time like this. You cannot simply lean on yourself. This is a time when you have to have faith and believe and understand that we are going to get through this. And no matter what, you have to do your best to stay home. That's what flattens the curve. That's what's going to get us back out and back doing the things that we love to do sooner. The more that we can abide by the CDC's guidelines, the sooner we can get back to, loving on each other. I miss hugging people. I miss, going out and going to restaurants. And Chris and I go out every week. We have a date night, and we miss all of that. And it's not fun. It sucks. But
now it's meet you in the middle of the house.
Right. Yeah, that's our date. Our date
Text each other.
Exactly.
Right. See you in the kitchen, Dave.
Our kitchen date night.
Kitchen date night.
It's not fun. And then I have several friends who are single and they're home alone. And for anyone who is in that boat, I'm praying for you. I know it's lonely. I have several friends that I have to talk just to check in on because I know that they're lonely. And I just encourage you to go on walks outside around your home with your mask on, with your 6 feet apart.
Exactly.
Start a new business, read a new book, discover something new about yourself. This is a great time for reflection and introspection. And I'm doing it. I'm here with my husband, but I still do that myself. We should all try to come out of this with something learned. It doesn't have to be, a whole multi-million-dollar corporation, but we should all come away from this better and not worse. And that should be the goal for everybody. That's the goal for me. So we're all in it together. We're with each other on this thing.
We're with each other.
Yes.
That's a good word. Thank you so much. God bless you. Continued success. And we'll see you as soon as that season starts.
Very soon. Summer, hopefully.
Yes, summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
Have a good evening,
You
Candiace.
too. Good
Thanks
night.
again.
Take care.
Wow, that was amazing. That was Candiace Dillard Bassett from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Hopefully the season will be starting soon. Thank you for joining us. This is HUR at Home. We've got plenty more coming up.